We've all been there before. You see a stock running, you panic buy at the top, it instantly reverses. Sound familiar? Yeah, probably should. That's not bad luck, it's a broken process.
We do not want to do that. That's amateur hour. And you're just like, oh my God, I got to get in. And what do you wind up doing? You call up the symbol and you just go boom, and you get right in, whether it's long or short. And the problem with that is that's an immediate panic, and that's not very rational. You're just getting in because you think the move is going to extend. But stop chasing, start planning. Maybe you don't even have the right catalyst behind you. Maybe you're not even sure of what that story is, but you hit the market key anyways. The problem with that is not only will you get terrible fills, but that is called slippage. So you might not even get the price that you want. You try to hit 5, next thing you know, you're going long at 5.15 or vice versa on the short. So that's part of the problem. What we're trying to do is identify certain areas where we can place limit orders, right? That's going to be key support areas, maybe even something called volume weighted average price, key areas of support and resistance. That way you can put your limit orders there, and hey, if they fill, then you're going to get the position that you've pre-planned and that you like. And this is actually JP Morgan. But here is a level where we started to break lower. And this is actually news based on the Fed. So right here at 2 p.m., we're looking at a bank stock, right? So when we're looking at FOMC or Fed or earnings or whatever you're looking at, try to find some key levels. And what we're talking about is key levels, not only numerically, but also levels of support and resistance. I've identified right here $37. And look, that's a wick top. It's also the top of the day earlier on. When the number hits from the Fed and we get no change, what winds up happening is the market comes back in. Instead of hitting a market order somewhere in here and getting short, we've identified an area where we would like to grab that trade, and it's 37 even or 36.50. There's also a VWAP possibility. Psychological ones are the 36.50s, the 37s. Here's 36 here, and here's 35. But what we're talking about with landmarks are these highs right here that we've marked off, right? So including this 36.50 area, that is a very, very key spot because that's where we started to wick up into these trades. You don't ever get back up here, so you're not going to grab that fill before the news. But what we've identified is these little top wicks at 36.50. If during the trade you say, hey, I know I want to go short, right? The trend is down. Well, how about these areas? What about sitting here at 36.50? Look what happens. Boom, you get a trade there. You also get another trade at 36.50. Why? Because you've benchmarked against a past area. And what winds up happening is here it comes right back in. Check out VWAP as well. That's this blue line right in here. Look at VWAP, holding, holding, holding before eventually falling back in. So if you're using a technical level like VWAP, hey, what if you punch short and you get short somewhere here? Well, now you're short underneath VWAP, and when it rips back through, you panic and you probably get out of what should be a winning trade. Look what happens, and again, psychological mark, right? Look at 335 right into here. That's a level, bounce off, and that's why we marking it here. We're marking it here as well, bouncing off 335. But look what happens, this chart actually continues lower when we break 335 back there to the downside. So the key thing here is you have an intraday VWAP, which is nice, pretty straight and flattened out, right? Once it starts curving down, you know you might have a winner. You can also use this, getting short right into here, into these levels, and you hold it against some of these top areas. That's going to work out for you as well. Then you grab the landmarks. Well, we don't actually get back to the high of the day, but if you ever did, you come pretty close to making those your entry spots. So that could happen as well. And this is just a chart that we picked out of nowhere. The next one, the psychological landmarks, I think we did a good job talking about those areas. Just set it and forget it. Often trading, we just confuse ourselves. Too many orders, not the right spots. So get prepared, whether or not it's a new IPO that's coming out, whether or not it's upgrades or downgrades, whatever your catalyst happens to be, wait for it, let it happen, build it for you. Then map out your levels. I think we did a good job there. And if we actually go back, you know, here are the levels, these wick tops, the intraday high, key psychological levels, right? Then place your orders. This takes 3 seconds. Find your levels, place your orders, push enter, sit back, relax. This is the part that I like. Walk away. You already know where your orders are. If you're sitting up here and you don't get those fills, fine. We'll find another trade. Walk away. There's going to be lots of opportunities for you to make a great trade, but you got to know your patterns and you got to know your spots. That's what we're looking at.
Trade with precision, an order technique that makes every trade come to you. You set it, you walk away, and only get filled at your price. No more chasing it, No more FOMO entries. We want to know from all the viewers. Like, listen to all the comments. How many times did you chase trades this week? And be real with us. Be honest, because I know we all do. We're all going to be human.